Bonjour, buongiorno, bon dia, buenos dias, good morning, pilgrims. On stage 2 of the Via Francigena, continuation of my trip from Sevilla to Rome, I'm here in Vevey, taking off early in the morning. Today we have a 23 kilometer day to Yvorne. I think that's what it's called. We're saying goodbye to the lake. We're still going to be trailing it for at least the first half of the stage. And then it's goodbye, and it's goodbye to the support that I've gotten used to. Also, it's going to be flat, nothing like yesterday or the day before yesterday, because yesterday I took a rest day. Unbelievable that my second day was a rest day, but since I started walking on my travel day and I have all of my accommodations already booked, I had to stick to my timeline. And it was a good choice because yesterday it rained all day long. So I'm glad that I stay here. I woke up yesterday, like around 10 in the morning. First days I had to adjust to the time change. At noon, I took a train to this town. And as soon as I got here and I had lunch by the train station, it started raining and it didn't stop all day. So it was a good call. Today is going to be a rainy day. There's no doubt about it. There's no escaping it. It's not raining now, but I think after 10 in the morning, it's going to rain for the whole day. And it is the first rainy day of the whole week. It is Monday, and as far as I can see on the weather app, it's going to rain at least until Friday, all the way up to the Grand San Bernard's Pass. But that's how it goes. Had breakfast this morning already. Yes, I woke up at 7 a.m., went across the street, and I had a cappuccino and a chocolatine. Yeah, let's head out and get this day started. Well, that didn't take long for the rain to arrive. It's gonna be like this the whole day. Right now it's just a little drizzle, but it may actually get worse as the morning progresses. Man, yesterday I had a great room at the Vevey house right in front of the parking lot that used to be probably the main square of the town. I had a great view from my window of not just the square but the lake, and I had so much space in there. I had a double bed room with plenty of space. I had dinner at the same place. There's a restaurant downstairs, and yesterday I just spent the afternoon walking around doing my 360 panoramas that I'm posting on Google Street View. If you guys want to check those out, you can see it in the link in the description down below. So it's Google Street View, so everybody will be able to see those pictures. Let's see, I started to see other hikers already. Don't know if they're pilgrims. I'm sure I'll get to meet them along the way. Water fountain. Let's get a picture of that. It's 9:30 in the morning. Made it to the town of Montreux, where I stayed last time around at a youth hostel, and you can see that famous boat leaving right now. I could have taken that boat, of course, but I'm here to walk. It's been a constant drizzle the whole way. There's barely anybody out, just those committed joggers or runners that are out here, and the fishermen's. And yeah, it's gonna be like this the whole way. So that's the downsides of rainy days, is that I don't get to film as much as I would like. I've seen quite a few places that I would like to get some shots, but the rain just gets in the way. I'll manage to get as much as possible, but bear with me. Also, I'm sore, man. I don't believe this. Day 2, and my legs are in pain. Yes, Even though I've been walking since forever, for 7 years straight, when I'm home, I still keep walking just to stay in shape. But it doesn't matter. Whenever I get here, the first few days are just in my body getting used to the routine again. And it's flat now. Today's a flat day compared to yesterday. Tomorrow's gonna be just as flat all the way to Martigny, and then that's where we start climbing for 3 days to the Grand Saint Bernard's Pass. Let me see if I can find a place to crash, take a quick rest, maybe have a coffee, maybe in this town, because I think after the Chateau Chillon is where we leave the tourist area behind, at least all the large cities, with all the support that I've gotten used to over the last few days here, if I include the Via Jacobi. And then it's gonna get more sparse. I don't know if I'll be able to have lunch after that, so maybe I'll have a bite to eat here. And I know for sure at the 75% of the way, I remember there was a cafe where I had a quick break in 2018, so maybe I'll have another bite to eat there, and tying those two together, that will be lunch for today. If not, at the hotel where I'm staying today, they say they have a restaurant. I'm really hoping they do, because that will be my dinner tonight. It's raining, and I have to do laundry here every day. I didn't have to do it yesterday because I used my travel clothes on day one. And then yesterday I just had the same thing that I'm wearing today, but today I had to do it whether it dries or not. That's gonna be the theme of the trip, doing laundry every day, and we'll see. We'll take it one day at a time, of course. 11 in the morning, I made it to Chateau de Chillon. Incredible place. I wanted to get it with clear blue skies, but that's how it goes. I guess you'll be able to see it in the 2018 series. Haven't been able to find anything open to stop for a quick snack except for this place right across. I guess this is like the touristy place of the chateau, and I decided to go for a second breakfast. This might be lunch, it might be it, because everything is closed in town except for McDonald's, of course, but I didn't want to stop there, so I'm going for a quiche and a cappuccino. Of course, I got a banana for the road, and everything is like 20 francs, so yes. It's been drizzling the whole morning, and I haven't been able to get some cool drone shots, and you know how it goes. I feel it. It's that love-hate relationship. And then from here we're gonna walk for just a little bit before we say goodbye to the lake and we head inwards. All right, let me enjoy this, put all the gear back on. The poncho has been working perfectly in combination with the umbrella. I think they go hand in hand. I have my cover so I could have it halfway open and let it breathe because it gets warm. And I got this poncho in Santo Domingo de la Calzada on the Camino Frances in reverse. I only got to use it for a little bit going over the Pyrenees into Saint Jean-Pied-de-Port, but not much. I think today might be the actual first full day where I get to use it, and I love it. It covers me completely, 360. The backpack, it has a zipper. I have the sleeve on my arm so the wind is not getting in, and my gear is staying dry, which is the most important part. And I think with the umbrella, my hair is not all dripping wet. I don't have the rain in my face, and also I can vlog a little bit or get shots with a Canon camera, which that one cannot get wet at all. All right, let's dig in. After that second breakfast slash lunch, it is time to say goodbye to the chateau and enter the second half of today's stage. We're about to say goodbye to the lake, and you know, we have little sections throughout the trip. This is one of them. After this, we're gonna enter the valley before we do the climb to the Grand Saint Bernard's Pass. Incredible chateau over here next to the water's edge. I love this place so much. Last time I left so early that there was nobody here, but now I can see the tourists out and about. The cafe was also open, so that was nice to be able to stop there and resupply. I still have a banana for the road, and yeah, you know what? It's not raining right now. I think it's time to fly. And it is here in Villeneuve that we say goodbye to the lake. It is noontime. It is goodbye to Geneva, to Lausanne, to Vevey, to the vineyards, to all the wonderful villages that I got to walk across. Oh, what a great section of the Via Francigena. And this is until we meet again, because I've been dying to do the Via Francigena from Canterbury all the way to Rome, but doing it on an e-bike, just like I did the Camino Frances a few years ago. So by the time you see this video, I have already done it. Wow. I'll put the link up here and in the description down below. This is gonna be far in the future, maybe 4 or 5 years from now. So what's the state of the world then, huh? Hopefully we're still around. All right, we had a little bit of a break with the rain, but not for long. It started again. I took off the poncho, put it back on. I saw a pilgrim. I think it's a pilgrim. I've seen more people today than on day one, so that's good. I think the Via Francigena is getting more popular every year. And when I did it in 2018, you know, you guys saw that series. I only got to meet a handful of pilgrims. I only got to walk in Italy with 2 of them, with Elena and Dirk. Found memories. Hopefully on this trip, I'll get to meet even more. And what do we have here? Decathlon, yes baby, right on the Camino, just in case you need something for the climb. Take note, I didn't know about this place. In 2018, I was so fresh back then. I mean, if you think about it, the Via Francigena was my second Camino after the Camino Frances in 2017. I have learned so much over the years. I made so many mistakes on my Via Francigena, but those are my most fond memories, my battle scars. I have visited Decathlon over the years in Spain, Switzerland, Italy, France, and this is like their REI version here in Europe. And in there I have bought sleeping gear, like my sleeping bag, shoes, shirts, water bottles, you name it. The next one I think is in Martigny, but it's kind of like away from the Camino. You're gonna have to take either a taxi, maybe public transportation, and then there's one in Vercelli. That was the one that I visited for the first time. Should I go in there? Nah, I got everything I need. I don't need the extra weight. Let's continue. All right, here we are 2 in the afternoon, made it to the 75% of the way, the town of Rouge, right after walking through that small industrial section. And I stopped at the same cafe that I stopped for a snack in 2018. But I went for the plat du jour, or the menú del día, or the daily special, which was pasta, of course, with mushroom and bacon. Had sparkling water, and then dessert to close it all off. Everything came out to be 20 francs. So yeah, got to talk to them for a while, and they told me that they bought the place in 2021, so they're not the same people that I met last time around. So yeah, 75% is now behind me. Let's get to town. Starting to sprinkle again. It's been on and off. Every time I take off my my poncho, it doesn't last. I had to put it back on again. But that's how it goes. So let's see. I'm not actually on the Camino. I just wanted to get to walk through this little park right next to the church. But I'll find the Camino not far away from here. Hopefully. Made it to town at 3:30 in the afternoon under the pouring rain. Of course, what a way to close the day. And this is like a small village surrounded by vineyards, very pretty. This is the hotel where I'm gonna be staying today. The restaurant is closed on Monday. There's another one at the entrance of town. I don't know. I had to check on Google Maps and see, because if these two are closed, then there's no dinner tonight. Just my luck, there's a number at the front door that I'm supposed to call. I don't have a phone here, I have a data plan, but it doesn't include the calls, so I'm gonna have to switch over to my T-Mobile plan from the States and use it to call ahead. Let's see what happens. Okay, I just locked out. Just as I was talking to you guys, I saw a car pulled up. 2 Italians stepped out. They called the number in the door there, and they were able to get the code to get in. And I walked right behind it, trying to see if they would speak Spanish, English or Spanish, and they didn't speak either one. But I still managed to get in. There was an envelope with the key, my name on it. The people here don't know that I'm here yet. So what I'm thinking of doing is just send them a text on bookings.com and tell them that I already got in and I got the key and I'm in my room. Man, I gotta do laundry. Is there a fan here so that I can dry it? No such luck. I do have my fan, which I think I'm gonna put it to use. I'll show you guys my setup for laundry. It's a new way, a new method. I used it on the Via Jacobi. It worked out great, but I don't think I showed you guys how I do it, so I'll do that today. And then I'll just do the improvised line here somewhere, and I'll use the fan to see if it works. So shower, take everything off. My God, I don't know if I'm wet or if I'm just sweating underneath this, because it started to warm up towards the end of the stage as well. It was a small climb, nothing too big. And here we are. I think I got a great view here of the terrace, the restaurant terrace down below, which, as we know already, is closed today. Let's see what happens. I don't know if you can tell, but I already took my shower. Of course I did. They have sparkling water here waiting for me. It's much appreciated, of course. All right, since there's nothing to do here, let's go ahead and go over my laundry kit. But before that, let's fix this hair a little bit. It's raining outside, so there's not much I can do in this place other than talk to you guys. How we doing here? Oh man, I miss my Chicoco Henro haircut so much. You have no idea. It was so easy to just take a shower, do the ponytail, and ready to go. But that's how it goes. Okay, I think that's good enough. All right, so laundry on the Camino. I done everything. I done it by hand. I done the laundry machines at the Auberges, the ones that are in town. Those are like the best ones because of course you're paying more. But the thing, for example, in Spain is that they don't like to do the drying cycles. So they just rather hang their clothes out to dry. And when you do get a machine that dries it, sometimes the settings is on low because they're trying to conserve energy. So when you get your clothes back, they're kind of damp. It's not as hot or dry as I'm used to. At home, I have my own machine. So I've been going over the years, switching back and forward. I used to carry like a bar of soap, doing it by hand. But, you know, I could never get it 100% clean until now. Now, talking to a few of my friends, you know, over the years, pilgrims that have walked with me, I managed to come up with this new setup, which I'll show you guys now. Here it is. I got laundry sheets. Oh wait, this is my soap for when I'm taking a shower at the Auberges, because this one already comes with some shampoo over there. We got like the space pot shower that are so popular here in Europe. And this is it. I have my laundry sheet, detergent sheet. I brought, how many did I bring? I think I brought like 60 of them. Look at that. My backpack smells delicious. When I open it up, I just get the whiff. Oh, so great. So I'm only gonna use one. I keep it in, of course, in a Ziploc bag. Water cannot get in here or they're all gonna get mushed together and they just dissolve so fast. So I just take one out and I just put this away. Now, where do I do the laundry? But of course, I have this dry bag, you might say. It's called the scrubber. Look at that. It has this plastic section here where you can see inside. You're gonna see right now how dirty that water gets. You also have some measuring lines here, depending on how much clothes are you're doing. I'm only doing the socks, the underwear, and the shirt. The hiking pants, I'll probably do that once a week or so. Whenever I get to like a large town and they have a laundry room, I'll throw everything in there and get it nice and clean. But on the day-to-day basis, that's pretty much everything that I'm doing. I have 2 sets of clothes. So, you know, I always have like one backup, but I have to do this. All right, let's go for it. I got everything that I need. Let's go. So usually I do this in the shower as I'm taking the shower because it lets me, you know, get all nice and wet, get the water in here, do everything, not worry about getting splashback. You can do it on the sink if you must, but I think this is the best way to do it because then you can also let it soak in as you're taking the shower. So, you know, it becomes like a 2-in-1 process. And but, you know, I can't do that right now or else this video will not be PG-13. So let's start by filling this bag out. So I use this shower head, throw it in there, open it up. Let's see, I think I do like 2 cycles instead of just doing one. The first one, if I have shampoo from the hotel, I'll do just one quick rinse with the shampoo, and then I'll do one with the laundry sheet. As you can see, the water's filling up to the line. I'm gonna put some of the shampoo from the hotel in here. There you go. Rinse it just a little bit to get it all foamy. And now I'll throw in the clothes. There you go. Now I'm supposed to close this and let the air out, but instead of doing that, I like to give it a few shakes before. and just to let it soak in all the shampoo before letting the air out and going for a second round. Don't worry, you build up the stamina over time. And then once you have it all foamy in there, you can see doing its work, then you can let the air out so that you get it all nice and compressed, and you can take advantage of this part back here that's it has like little spikes like that, like plastic spikes, and you can let the clothes rub against it and help you get it all nice and clean. So like I mentioned, the first one with the soap from the hotel is just to do like a quick rinsing there, just to get the initial dirt out before I switched over to the laundry sheet. Oh yeah, look at that. We got all that dirty water. Actually, let it come out. If this feels like it's a lot of work, don't worry about it. You'll get the hang of it really quickly. This is why I was doing it at home for like about 2 weeks before I came here, just to get the workflow, the hang of it, and develop my routine. It's super quick. You don't even have to think about it. And once you get the hang of it, you'll get it done in the same amount of time that it takes you to take a shower. So now that I have done the first cycle and rinsed it, you can just do one cycle if you like, but I want my clothes to be extra clean. Let's get the detergent sheet. Where are you? Here it is. We're gonna throw it in here, fill it up again, and then throw the clothes right in and repeat the whole cycle again. And you can have fresh, clean clothes. The rinsing part is the tricky one because you want to try to get it as dry as possible before you hang it on the clothesline. This usually takes a couple of tries. And there you have it. Now all you have to do is improvise a clothesline here somewhere and hang it out to dry. Usually takes a few hours, but I just leave it drying overnight. Okay, the code that the Hungarian guy gave me works, so I can go out. Here's the restaurant that's closed. I just did the live stream, and right now let me head over just to make sure that the other restaurant is actually closed, because on Google Maps it says that it's open on Mondays and it closes Tuesdays and Wednesday. But then again, you know, it was a local that told me. If not, then I may have to bite the bullet and walk for 1.5 kilometers to Aigle, which is probably that way, and have dinner over there. Ooh. Is it raining? It is raining, just a little bit. You know, I didn't stay in that town just to save a few bucks, and look what happened. I can never win. But that's how it goes, man. If I don't get to eat tonight, it's fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal anyways. I already saw there in the dining room, I think they have coffee, and I saw a few slices of bread. So, all right, let's check this restaurant. I saw it on my way into town, but I didn't look inside. Maybe I should have done that, but we'll see now. So yeah, man, not such luck. The restaurant is closed according to the sign on the front door. It closed at 6 p.m. So just as I was doing the live stream. But then again, when I passed by here, I didn't see any signs of life in there. On Google Maps, I think it says it closes at 10:30. Who knows, you know. The lady told me it was closed anyway. So now the question is, do I go on to the next town, to Aigle, 1.5 kilometers away, in this type of weather, just to get a bite to eat? How committed I am. If I could take the train, but not even that. Oh man. I think I'm just gonna have a coffee and a slice of bread. Let's do that. Let's go back to the hotel because it's starting to rain again, and it's raining hard. I couldn't help myself, and I did it. Yes, I walked the 1.5 kilometers to the town of Aigle, the Eagle. Yes, I went past a few bars that were open to the closest restaurant that I could find. There was a Chinese place and a burger joint. The Chinese place looked good, but there was a line, and it looked like it was gonna take a while to get in there, so I walked across to the burger joint. The guy did not speak any English nor Spanish, but I managed to muster enough French to order a burger. I mean, simple stuff. Now I have to walk back, so this will be a little bit of a workout just to burn off those extra calories. I think this is the same path that I have to take tomorrow morning on my way to, where am I heading tomorrow? Saint Maurice? Yes, that's the one. So let's get back to the B&B. Lesson learned, don't try to save a few bucks and stay out of town, not unless you checked to make sure that the restaurant is open. Look at all the vineyards over there and the mountains with the clouds rolling in. It's not raining, which is great. All right, guys, see you all tomorrow, bright and early. I think breakfast is at 8, and then I'll head out. It's another short day. Every day I think there's gonna be a little bit less rain than the day before, or at least that's what I'm hoping for. Look at the water on this river. Yep. See you tomorrow then.